right. Welcome to the stream, everybody. All right. Let's see. I just need a prop to prop up the thing. Oh, this could probably work. Hmm. That's hilarious. Okay. Oh, special. Okay, nice. Oh my god. That's not gonna work. That is not gonna work. Okay. Uh. Oh, hey Nova, what's up? Give me a second. Namaskar, Nova. How are you, buddy? There we go. Propped it up properly. Funny, y'all. We ready for this Mercury Buddha retrograde? Pretty good. Nice to hear, man. Nice to hear. Nice to hear. Oh, you joined the stream, so you guys get a bell. No, Anna gets a bell. Nova gets a bell. Tyrone gets a bell. You know, okay, we get 6 bells in total because you know I strike it 3 times for each every single one. Uh, just putting on some perfume right now, guys, cause ah, I got into a cut on my finger. Yo, y'all ever like spray perfume or like get hand sanitizer and like cuts in your fingers? Like that stuff hurts, man. That stuff freaking hurts. But yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do 6 strikes of the bell. First one is for Nova. First one is for Nova. Then the next one is for Anna. And finally Tyrone. Last but not least, the actual guy I know in real life. Welcome everybody to the stream. My name is Ken 3 times, and I am the host of the Us the Hob. Or I did that on purpose. Yes. Yeah. What's it called? I did 9 on purpose, Nova. I do 3 for each and every single person who, every single unique commenter on the stream. I basically do a strike of the bell. But I will also be doing a strike of the bell for every what's it called, ether we read. So avid viewers of the channel should not be unfamiliar with this text, because we've read the beginning of this text like a few times now at this point. But today we're going to be reading The Vision and the Voice. I really want to finish this book on stream, but I always get lost, and I need to like reform like my views of this text. So this is technically a Enochian Tuesdays, but there isn't really too much. It's not really too much of an Enochian text, I would say. Uh, so why are we reading on Enochian Tuesdays? Well, the reason why we're reading on Enochian Tuesdays is because first of all, I'm trying to get it finished. Second of all, I am trying to basically it covers the 30 ethers. So Enochian has 30 etheric planes that you live on, or that like engulf the universe. And well, here let me try the. Okay, nice. Okay, there you go. A lot more clear. Oh no, the prop. Okay, nice. Now I'm gonna set up the brightness on my phone. Okay, great. All right, everybody. So we're gonna be reading the vision and the voice on the stream. We're gonna be reading Ethers 30 to 20. So the general idea is for the next 3 weeks, we're gonna be reading the vision and the voice. We're gonna be reading the what's it called? The how do I say this? We're gonna be reading 10 ethers. So there's 30 ethers in total, right? We're gonna be reading 10 ethers per each stream. Hopefully that's the plan. The plan is to read 10 ethers per each stream. What's it called? So there'll be three stream entries. Enochian Tuesdays streams 6, 7, and 8 will all be dedicated to the vision of the voice. Then what's it called? Yeah, pretty much it. Yeah, but what's it called? We're gonna get started, y'all. We're gonna get started with the text. So yeah, what's it called? I guess we should read the back of the book because if anyone's still unfamiliar with the text, Sky High, I love that movie. That movie is a fun movie. Sky High, the one with the superhero school, Sky High. We are going Sky High. We up for real. We up. Hey, don't you forget that. We up. But yeah. What's it called? Okay, so originally published in 1911 by famed English occultist Aleister Crowley, The Vision and the Voice chronicles his mystical journey as he explored the 30 Enochian ethers originally developed by John Dee and Edward Kelly in the 16th century. These visions took place at two times in 1900 during his stay in Mexico, and later in 1909 in Algeria in the company of Victor Benjamin Newberg. Of all his works, Crowley considered this book to be second in importance behind the Book of Allah, the text that establishes a religious and philosophical system of Thelema in 1904. It was first published in 1911 in the Equinox Volume 1, Number 5 as a special supplement. The Vision of Voice is a source of many central spiritual doctrines of Thelema, especially in the vision of Babylon and her consort Chaos, as well as the account of how much an individual might cross the abyss, thereby assuming the title of the Master of Temple and taking a place in the city of pyramids under the Night of Pan. I'm so special. I'm so special. Welcome to the stream, Changwu. We're going to be. Well, you just joined the stream, so you gotta strike up the bell to start us off. We're also going to be doing that for every ether we finish reading. So, yeah. We will start in 20 seconds. We will start in the first. So, well, I want to start at 10 minutes. And hopefully, by, I want to say, like the hour, by like. Listen, I kind of want to only stream for an hour today. I'm not really too feeling like a long stream today, guys. But I want to like stream for an hour. About an hour. Oh shoot, yo, check out the sleeper build. Check out the sleeper build. Ooh, sleeper build. You wouldn't think of that with me, eh? Look, it looks like kind of skinny at first, but you flex a little bit and whoo, you know. I pray for your well being this retrograde, Ken. Oh, I appreciate that, Nova. I appreciate that. Um, okay, we're in 10 minutes now, so let's get started, folks. What's it called? Yeah, the cry of the 30th or in. Okay, so basically the the cry of the ethers is the 19th call. It's the 19th Enochian call, but every single ethereal experience that is in this text is called the cry of ether number, and then insert 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, and so on, right? So yeah, so the general gist of it is that each and every single ether is its own like story, basically. And we have, I actually have a commentary of uh, of the natures of each ether. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's get started. So this is ether number 30, and the overview of this ether is: without the cube, the material world is the sphere system of the spiritual world unfolding it. The cry seems to be a sort of exordium, an external showing forth of the coming of the new Aeon, the Aeon, of course, the crown child. Okay, alright, bet. Let's get started. I am in a vast. Okay, the cry of a 30th or innermost ether called text. And now we shall add the green screen. Hey Tyrone, check it out. Check it out, Tyrone. It's Mufti Krolo. Isn't that sick? Yeah, what do you guys think of the background? It's Mufti Krolo. It's my alter ego. Super fire, right? Super fire. Mufti Krolo, bro. My freaking alter ego. My alternate timeline version of me, basically, is Mufti Krolo. If I wasn't Kaneki, I'd be Krolo. Real shit. I guess the stream numbers are lagging, eh? Because it says one viewer, but there's definitely more than one viewer in the stream. Whatever, we'll see it later. We'll see the actual stream numbers later. But whatever. Stream. I mean, that's a thing on YouTube. Is like the stream numbers, like or the numbers of your videos, like freeze basically. They don't want to make you seem more powerful than you actually are. Always remember that. So, anyways, let's get started with the cry of the 30th or innermost ether called text. I am in a vast crystal cube in the form of the great god Harpocrates. This cube is surrounded by a sphere. About me are four archangels in black robes, their wings and armor lined out in white. In the north is a book whose back and front are AMBZ in Enochian characters. Within it is written, I am the surrounding of the four. Lift up your heads, O houses of eternity, for my Father goes forth to judge the world. One light let it become 1,000, one sword 10,000, that no man hide him from my Father's eye in the day of judgment. In the day of judgment of my God. Let the gods hide themselves, let the angels be troubled, and flee away, for the eye of my Father is open, and the book of the aeons is fallen. Arise, arise, arise. Let the light of the sight of time be extinguished. Let the darkness cover all things, For my father goes forth to seek a spouse to replace her who is fallen and defiled. Seal the book with the seals of the stars concealed, for the rivers have rushed together, and the name Yod He Vav He is broken in 1,000 pieces against the cubic stone. Tremble you, O pillars of the universe, for eternity is in travail of a terrible child. She shall bring forth a universe of darkness, one shall leap forth a spark, and shall put his father to flight. The obelisks are broken, the stars have rushed together, the light has plunged into the abyss. The heavens are mixed with hell. My father shall not hear their noise. His ears are closed, his eyes are covered with the clouds of night. The end, the end, the end. For the eye of Shiva he has opened. The universe is naked before him, for the aeon of Saturn leans toward the bosom of death. So one thing I want to like reflect on right now, I don't know what's in the chat for sure. Nova, what do you think about the eye of Shiva? What do you think about the eye of Shiva? Like when it talks about like the eye of Shiva opening, like what do you think that's talking about basically? Because like from what I understand, right, from like the Shaivist kind of like ways, or like from like certain Shaivist like teachings, like when Shiva opens his third eye, it like decimates things, it destroys things basically. So it's like basically like it's the story of like him and the serpent, right? Where it's like when Shiva's like confronting his tantric sexual nature that is manifested in the serpent, he calmly sits in front of it, opens his third eye, and then uh, incinerates the serpent. I don't know if you're listening to what I was reading, Nova, but I'll read it again. VN, 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 for the eye of Shiva he has opened. The universe is naked before him, for the aeon of Saturn leaneth towards the bosom of death. So, him and Kamadev, we'll see if we'll get any Kamadev stuff in here. We might. We just might. But, yeah, we might get some stuff dedicated to Kamadev in here. I don't know. Kama Sutra, I actually saw Kama Sutra incense, actually. I don't know if I want that. But, we're gonna have like a good play by play of this text. We're not just gonna read it plainly and then just not have any real like discussion. It's gonna have like some good interactions. Hopefully, that's like the general plan of it. Comma dev or cum dev. I want to say that. Nova, what do you use incense by any chance? Like, do you use like incense sticks or like incense burners or like incense like things by any chance? I want to know your opinion on hyssop, on the hyssop incense. That's all. Or hyssop. I think it's called hyssop. 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 She's trying to be a saint. I can see through lies. Sandalwood mainly. I do sage and others. Okay, if you're looking for a good purifying scent, the Bible talks about how hyssop is a very good cleansing and very good blockage, like for to like atone for shame and to like atone for previous like spiritual blockages and like indulgence and like for cleansing in general. Hyssop is pretty good. We were reading. Me and Anna were reading the penance. Well, Anna was just listening, but me and Anna were reading, listening, and doing a recitation of the penitential psalms. And in the penitential psalms, they talk about hyssop incense. So yeah. Here, I'll. Man, I hate how I can't talk and chat. That's kind of dumb. It's my live stream. Why can't I freaking talk in it? Okay. Anyways. Or why can't I type in the chat? I should say, not talk. But anyways, we're getting a little bit we're getting a little bit um how do I say this? We're getting a little bit um east, south. We get a little bit sidetracked. What do I mean? Oh, I meant like what I meant, Anna, was that you were just kind of like, oh, you said yourself, you were just vibing when we were like reciting the penitential psalms. It's okay, Nova. You don't gotta apologize for falling short. You know, we all fall short. It's not no biggie. No biggie's fault. Anyways, yeah. Okay, so that was the north. Okay, so I want you guys to pay attention to something. Okay, is it north, south, north, east, south? Is this the first one? Oh, okay. It's in the clockwise direction. Okay, so think about that. Think about this, guys. Think about this. Okay, think about this. The south. Okay, which means the west has to be somewhere. What? Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So the cardinal directions, basically, in this north, south, east, and west, uh, they basically go in a clockwise direction in this specific scripture. Now, why that's important, like why that's very important, is because in the Golden Dawn system, moving clockwise, actually that's counterclockwise. Actually, is that counterclockwise? No, that's clockwise. That's clockwise. I'm stupid. What's it called? Yeah. So, basically, one thing that kind of like ran through my mind as I was reading this specific. Because I've read this specific chapter probably like 3 or 4 times at this point. I haven't read the full book 3 or 4 times, but I've read this specific chapter because I've restarted reading this book over and over and over again. So it's like I've gotten well acquainted with the first chapter, and I want to say that it seems to me like it's a systematic explanation of a lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, and it goes in a clockwise direction similar to the LBRP. But instead of going east, south, west, and north, it goes north, east, south, and west. But regardless, though, it still does it in a clockwise direction, which is very important to keep in mind because basically what it means that if he's going in a clockwise direction, what that means is that it's an invocation. You know, if it's in a counterclockwise direction, it's banishing. But yeah, anyways, yeah, you guys get the gist of it. You guys get the gist of it. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the east now. Never eat shredded wheat. You guys remember that? Or never eat salt wet. The never eat shredded wheat or never eat salt wet is basically like it's an acronym for the cardinal directions. Does this have anything to do with restoring order? Um, a little bit, yes. It actually, Anna, this whole text. Okay, this whole text is almost like an we read this book. We read this book previously on stream before, the Book of the Law. Liber 418 or Vision of the Voice is basically like have well it basically has to do with like establishing not necessarily order. Yes, it does establish an order, but it establishes a new order, right? So a lot of the vision and the voice is like especially like this part specifically, is talking about like the end of the previous era and the beginning of the new one, basically. Like the Aeon of Horus is a huge part of I say this. It's a huge part of what's it called of uh, the Aeon of Horus is a huge part of Thelemic philosophy. Basically, what Crowley believes about the age we live in is that we're living in an age of childlike enthusiasm, like the Aeon of a child, the epoch of a child. Like that's like the whole yeah. Tyrone thinks that as well. He's like, "You saying Libra, bro?" I'm like, "Buddy, no, I'm saying Libra." Yeah. Liber is Liber is Latin for book, and you guys might be familiar with the French language a little bit, but in French the word for book is livre, livre, livre. It's okay. Anyways, we're gonna get into the East now. The angel of the east had a book of red written in letters of blue, ABFMA in Enochian. The book grew before my eyes and filled the whole heaven. Within it is written, "You shall not tempt the Lord your God." I see above the book a multitude of white robed ones from who drop a great rain of blood. But above them is a golden sun having an eye whence a great light. I turned me to this. Okay, that's the east, okay? That's the east. Now we're going to the south. I turned me to the south and read therein, "Seal up the book, speak not that which you see, and reveal it unto none. For the ear is not framed that shall hear it, nor the tongue that can speak it. O Lord God, blessed, blessed, blessed be you forever. Your shadow is as great light. Your name is as breath of love across all worlds. Rend your garment, O you clouds, uncover yourselves for the love of my son. Who are they that trouble you? Who are they that slew you? Who, O light, come on to. Okay, until. Okay. O light, come, come you who are joined with me to bruise the dragon's head. We who are wedded, and the earth perceive it not. O that our bed were seen of men, that they might rejoice in my fertility, that my sister might partake of my great light. O light of God, when will you find the heart of man? Right not, I would not that men know the sorrow of my heart. Amen. I turned me to the west, and the archangel bore a flaming book, which was written A.N. in Enochian. Within was drawn a fiery scorpion, yet cold will fall. Until the book of the east be opened, until the hour sound, until the voice vibrate, until it pierce my death. Look not on high, look not beneath, for you will find a life which is as death, or a death which should be infinite. For you are submitted to the four. Five you shall find, but seven is lone and far. O Lord God, let the Spirit hide there unto me, for I am lost in the night of infinite pain. Okay. Sorry, I was coming to some revelations. O Lord God, let the Spirit hide there unto me, for I am lost in the night of infinite pain, and no hope, no God, no resurrection, no end. I fall, I fear. O Savior of the world, bruise you my head with your foot to save the world, that once again I touch him who I slew, that in my death I feel the radiance and the heat of moving of your robes. Let us alone. What have we to do with you, you Jesus of Nazareth? Go, go, if I keep silence, or if I speak each word in anguish without hope. And I hear the ether cry aloud, return, return, return. For the work is ended and the book is shut. Let the glory of the God be blessed forever of the aeons, amen. Thus far is the voice of text, and no more. So that was Ether 30. Um, like I said, the comment of this text, if you guys want like an overview of it, is a brief. Now this isn't by the author itself. This is by the publication, mind you. But without the cube, the material world is the sphere system of the spiritual world unfolding. Yet the cry seems to be a sort of exordium, an external showing forth of the coming of the new aeon, the aeon of course, the crown child. But to me, now after reading this for like, now understanding that this text is supposed to envelop the book of the law, it's not supposed to really envelop like Enochian too much. I'm starting to understand that this text is very centered around like the lesser, like at least this specific chapter is centered around the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, because it has the four corners in it. It has the sign of, when you finish drawing the pentagrams in the LBRP, you do the sign of Harpocrates, and yeah, Harpocrates was mentioned at the beginning of the chapter. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, what's it called? Oh. Sorry about that, guys. It's almost midnight. But yeah, let's go to the cry of the 29th ether, which is called Re. The sky appears covered with stars of gold. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, the comments. Sorry. The overview. Okay, so the overview of it is the disturbance of equilibrium caused by the coming of the aeon. Okay, bet. So basically, in the balance of things, the new aeon basically, or the new age, basically like disrupts the process, and apparently this is what the overview of it. I don't rely too much on the overview and on the comments since it's not made by the author themselves, but I'm sure there's some merit to it. I would hope there's some merit to it. Yeah. The sky appears covered with stars of gold. The background is of green, but the impression is also of darkness. An immense eagle angel is before me. His wing seems to hide all the heaven. He cried aloud, saying, the voice of the Lord upon the waters, the terror of God upon mankind. The voice of the Lord makes the silence to tremble, the stars to trouble, the airs fall. The first voice speaketh and said, cursed, cursed be the earth, for her iniquity is great. O Lord, let your mercy be lost in the great deep. Open your eyes of flame and light. O God, upon the wicked, lighten your eyes. The clamor of your voice, let it smite down the mountains. Let's not see it, cover we our eyes, lest we see the end of man. Close we our ears, lest we hear the cry of woman. Let none speak of it, let none write it. I am troubled, my eyes are moist with dews of terror. Surely the bitterness of death is past. And it turned me to self, and lo, a great lion was wounded and perplexed. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The fixed signs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Hey, Nova, are you aware that Scorpio used to originally be like an eagle? Are you aware of the fact that like Scorpio used to be like represented by an eagle basically? What? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Anyways, so zodiac crosses play a huge role in this. Zamoso, when he was here for this reading, he made an observation that this specific ether focuses on the fixed signs of the zodiac. So you have Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. And trust me, you will find all four of these in the specific chapter. What's it called? Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. And I turned me to the south, and lo, a great lion as wounded and perplexed. He cried, I have conquered, let the sons of the earth keep silence, for my name is become that of death. When will men learn the mysteries of creation? How much more those from of the disillusion? I turned me to the west, and there was a great bull, white with horns of white and black and gold. His mouth was scarlet, and his eyes as sapphire stones. With a great sword he shore the skies asunder, and amid the silver flash of his steel grew lightnings and deep clouds of indigo. He spoke, it is finished. My mother has unveiled herself. My sister has violated herself. The life of things has disclosed its mystery. The work of the moon is done, motion is ended forever. Clipped are the eagle's wings, but my shoulders have not lost their strength. I heard a great voice from above crying, you lie, for the volatile has indeed fixed itself. Ah, fixed, there it is. What's it called? But as written above your sight, the world, it is, it has arisen above your sight. The world is desert, but the abodes of the house of my father are peopled, and his throne is crusted over with white brilliant stars, a luster of bright gems. In the north is a man upon a great horse, having a scourge and balances in his hand. He is clothed in black velvet, and his face is stern and terrible. He spoke, saying, I have judged. It is the end, the gate of the beginning. Look in the beneath, and you shall see a new world. I looked and saw a great abyss, and saw a dark funnel of whirling waters or fixed airs, wherein were cities and monsters and trees and atoms and mountains and little flames, and all the materials of a universe. Oh, this is fun. Sorry if it seems like I'm disinterested, but I'm actually having a lot of fun. And all were sucked down one by one, as necessity has ordained. For below is a glittering jeweled globe of gold and azure set in a world of stars. And there came a voice from the abyss saying, you see the current of destiny. Can you change one atom in its path? I am destiny. Does you think to control me? For who can move my course? And there falleth a thunderbolt therein, a catastrophe of explosion, and all was shattered. I saw therefore me a vast arm reach down, dark and terrible, and a voice cried, I am eternity. And the great mingled cry arose, no, 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 all is changed, all is confounded, not as ordered. For the white is stained with blood, the black is kissed of the Christ. Return, return. It is a new chaos that found is here. A chaos for you, for it is the skeleton of a new truth. I said, tell me this truth, for I have conjured you by mighty names of God, the which you cannot but obey. The voice said, light is consumed as a child in the womb of its mother to develop itself anew, but pain and sorrow is infinite, and darkness are invoked. For this child rises up with his mother and does crucify himself within her bosom. He extended his arms in the arms of his mother, and light became fivefold. Lux and Luz, Christus and Cruz, Dio Deus, Semperino. Okay. Okay, the 21 keys, okay. There are 21 Enochian letters. There's footnotes here, so I'm just reading some of the footnotes. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, we're reading some of the footnotes right now. Okay. Lux and Luz, Christus and Cruz, Deus Sempiterno. And be the glory forever and ever unto the Most High God. Amen. Then I returned within my body, giving glory unto the Lord of light and darkness, and Sailor Seculorum. Amen. A note concerning the 30 ethers. The visions of the 29th and 30 ethers were given me in Mexico in August 1900, and I am now trying to get the rest. It is to be remarked that the last three ethers have 10 angels attributed to them. It is to be remarked that the last three ethers have 10 angels attributed to them, and they therefore represent the 10 Sephiroth. Yes, these 10 form but one, a Malkuth pendant to the next three, and so on, each set being as it were absorbed in the higher. But the last set consists, therefore, of the first three ethers with the remaining 27 as their Malkuth. And the letters of the first three ethers and the key sigils of the most exalted interpretation of Sephiroth. Okay, nice. G7 hold, okay. 8 times 4 is 32. Okay. 8 times 4 is 32. That's the amount of paths that are in the Kabbalah. Okay, nice. The geomantic correspondences of the Enochian alphabet form a sublime commentary. Note that the total angels of the ethers are 91, the numeration of Amen. We got 8 more of these to go. Anyways, the 28th ether. The cry of the 28th ether. So, what's it called? This is a general comment on the 28th ether. Now is a further and clearer shadowing forth the great mystery of the Aeon, which is led up to the be by the ethers. Note, however, that the king of a new era never appears until the very first ether. You trying to be safe? I can see doing that. Okay, but we're on ether number 28, folks. I have an hour on the stream yet, so give me 1 second. Actually, do I need 1 second? No. Yeah, I think I need 1 second. I'm so indecisive. I know. I need to get some food real quick because I didn't eat just yet fully. Sorry about that, guys. I have to get some a bite to eat. I was gonna bring it with me, but nah, nah. I'm straight. Anyways, yeah. What was the comment saying again? What was the comment for the thing? Uh, okay, so the comment for again, not by the author, the publications comment says, but Ether 28 is a further and clearer shadowing forth of the great mystery of the Aeon, which is to be led up by the ethers. Note, however, that the king of the new Aeon never appears until the very first ether. Okay, sure. There comes an angel into the stone with opalescent shining garments, like a wheel of fire on every side of him. And in his hand is a long flail of scarlet lightning. His face is black, and his eyes are white without any pupil or iris. The face is very terrible indeed to look upon. Now, is he racist? Now in front of him is a wheel with many spokes and many tires. It is like a fence in front of him, and he cries, "O man, who are you that wouldst penetrate the mystery? For it is hidden unto the end of time." And I answer him, "Time is not, save in darkness of her womb by whom evil came." And now the wheel breaks away, and I see him as he is. His garment is black beneath the opal veils, it is lined with white, and he has the shining belly of a fish, the enormous wings of a black and a white feathers, and innumerable little legs and claws like a centipede, as long as and a long tail like a scorpion. Mind you, guys, the belly of the fish is this is ether number 28. The belly of the fish is the 28th lunar mansion. So yeah. What's it called? The breasts are human, but they are all scored with blood. And he cries, "O you who has broken down the veil, knowest you not that who cometh where I am must be scarred by many sorrows?" And I answer him, "Sorrow is not, save in the darkness of the womb of her by whom came evil. I pierced the mystery of his breast, and therein is a jewel. It is a sapphire as great as an ostrich egg, and thereon is graven a sigil." This is what the sigil looks like. Oh, oh. I guess I can't show it. Whatever. But there is also much writing on the stone. Very minute characters carved. I cannot read them. He points with his flail to the sapphire, which is now outside of him and bigger than himself. And he cries, "Hail, warden of the gates of eternity, he who knoweth not your right hand from the left, who for in the aeon of my father is a god of clasped hands, wherein he holdeth the universe, crushing it into the dust that you call stars. Hail unto you who knoweth not right eye from your left, for in the aeon of my father there is but one light. Hail unto you who knoweth not the right nostril from your left, for in the aeon of my father is neither life or death. Hail unto you who knoweth not right ear from your left, for in the aeon of my father there is neither sound or silence. Okay. Whoso has power to break open the sapphire alone stone shall find therein four elephants having tusks of mothers and pearls, who upon whose backs are. Oh yeah, I remember reading this passage. Okay. Whoso has power to break open the sapphire stone shall find there four elephants having tusks of mother of pearl, and upon those whose backs are castles, those castles which you call the watchtowers of the universe. Okay. Let me dwell in peace within the breast of the angel that is warden of the ether. Let not the shame of my mother be unveiled. Let her not be put to shame, but lie among the lilies that are beyond the stars. O man that must ever be opening, when will you learn to seal up the mysteries of the creation, to fold yourself over yourself, as a rose in the embrace of night? But you must play the wanton to the sun, and the wind must tear your petals from you, and the bee must rob you of your honey, and you must fall into the dusk of things. Amen and amen. Verily the light is hidden. Verily the light is hidden. Therefore he who hides himself is like unto the light, but you who open yourself, you are like unto the darkness that bindeth the belly of the great goddess. Olaho Veruden Mahorella Zodireda. On Pireda Accentazer Arba Pier Gagaha Gahal Gahalana Vo Abra Non Gaha Velu Corsapax. And the void of the Aeon cried, Return, return, return. But time sickeneth, and the space gapeth, and the voice of him that is, was, and shall be crowned rattled in the throat of the mighty dragon of Eld. You 5 years, damn. You cannot pass by me, except you have the mystery of the world of the abyss. Now the angel putteth back the sapphire stone into his breast, and I spake unto him and said, I will fight with you and overcome you, except you expound unto me the word of the abyss. Now he makes as if to fight with me. It is very horrible, all the tentacles moving and the fail thrashing, and the fierce eyeless veins strained and swollen. And with the magic sword I pierced through his armor to his breast. He fell back, saying, Each of these my scars were thus made, for I am the warden of the ether. He would have said more, but I cut him short, saying, Expound the word of the abyss. And he said, Discipline is sorrowful, and plowing is laborious, and age is weariness. You shall be vexed by dispersion. Mind you, okay, Corazon's whole thing is dispersion. But now, if the sun arise, fold you with thine arms, then shall God smite you into a pillar of salt. Look not so deeply into words and letters, for this mystery has been hidden by the alchemist. Compose the sevenfold into a fourfold regimen, and when you have understood that you may make symbols, but by playing a child's game of symbols you shall never understand. You have made the signs, you have the words, there are many things that are not in my power, who am but the warden of the 28th ether. Now my name you shall obtain in the wise. Of the three angels of the ether you shall write the names from right to left, and from left to right, and from right to left. These are the first one, the fifth two. Okay, yeah, yeah, I remember this. I remember this. I remember this. Okay, yeah, I remember this. I remember this. I need to write this in my notes. I need to write this in my notes. 77. That's the gematria name. That's the English gematria name. There's actually Crowley has a book called Libra 777. So it's funny you say that. 11, 52, 63, 11, 4. Let's see what else. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? 7, 5, 12, 6, and 7. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so 11, 52, 63, 114, 75, 126, and 117. Okay, nice. I might search all of these up in the Book of Psalms actually, because all these could be Psalmic scriptures as well. You has Thus has you my name, who am above these three. But the angels of the 30th Ephah are indeed four, and they have none above them, wherefore dispersion and order. Now come from every side at once a voice terribly great, crying, close the veil, the great blasphemy has been uttered. The face of my mother is scarred by the nails of the devil. Shut the book, destroy the breaker of the seal. And I answered, had he not been destroyed, he had not come hither. For I am not saved in the darkness, in the womb of her by who came evil into the world. And this darkness swallows everything up, and the angel is gone from the stone. There is no light therein, save only the light of the rose and of the cross. So that was ether number 28. We got 7 more to go, and then we're done for today's stream. We are on ether number 27, and some of these are kind of long, some of these are kind of short, you know, like not all of them are like as lengthy, but most of these are like a page long. Let's see where we're at. We're at page number 14, and we idealistically want to be at, we would like to be at we idealistically want to be at, I don't even know if we're gonna make it all on time, to be honest. I don't know if we could read. Honestly, here. We could probably flip and stretch this. Okay. Oh my god. Don't fall, please. There you go. 5? Okay, sure. Yeah, we'll do 5. So we can make this a 6-part series then. If this is stream number 6, okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we can make this a 6-part series instead of making it a 3-part series. That sounds a bit better, doesn't it, folks? Well, yeah, we'll read 5 ethers. We'll make it 5 because these are like really like I want to say they're hard to digest, but this is a Class A document in the AA. So in the AA, right? It's a Class A and B document from what I understand. Actually, hold up. Let's see. Let's say what its classification is. I think it's Class A and B. A B. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. In that case, we only have 2 ethers left then. Thank you guys for cutting my workload in half. I appreciate that. 30. There's 30. I appreciate y'all cutting my workload in half. That actually makes things very easy to deal with. I was gonna do like a 3-part series, but we can make it a 6-part series. Why not? Why not? We can make it a 6-part series. Okay. Anyways, folks, let's get to ether number 27, and then we're in the last three ethers for today, guys. Don't worry. Be happy. We're in 27, 26, and 25. So we're in the last three ethers, which I think is great. So Hecate, so in the 27th ether, Hecate appears. Hecate is the Greek goddess of the moon and magic. Hecate appears. Her son, the son of a virgin, Amagus, is to bring the aeon to pass, and she, the herald, her function fulfilled, withdraws within her mystic veil. Great. Okay, let's get started. There's an angel with rainbow wings, and his dress is green with silver. Oh yeah, the cry of the 27th ether, basically. There's an angel with rainbow wings, and his dress is green with silver. A green veil over silver armor. Flames of many colored fire dart from him in all directions. It is a woman of some 30 years old, and she has the moon for a crest. The moon is blazoned on her heart, and her sandals are curved silver like the moon. And she cries, lonely am I, and cold in the wilderness of the stars, for I am the queen of all of them that dwelt in heaven, and the queen of all of them that appear upon earth, and the queen of all the sorcerers of hell. I am the daughter of the lady of the stars, Nui, and I am the bride of them that vowed unto loneliness. And I am the mother of the dog Cerberus. One person am I, and three gods. You who have blasphemed me shall suffer knowing me, for I am cold as you are cold, and burn with your fire. Oh, when shall the war of the airs and the elements be accomplished? Radiant are these falchions of my brothers, invisibly about me, but the might of the ethers beneath my feet beareth me down, and they avail not to serve Camelos. There is one green. There is one in green armor with green eyes, whose sword is a vegetable fire that shall avail me. My son is he. How shall I bear him that have not known man? All this. Okay. All this time, intolerable rays are shooting forth to beat me back or destroy me. But I am encased in an egg of blue violet, and my form is the form of a man with the head of a golden hawk. While I have been observing this, the goddess has kept up a continuous wail, like the baying of a thousand hounds, and now her voice is deep and guttural and hoarse, and she breathes very rapid words I cannot hear. I can hear some of them now. Untulala ulula umuna tofa lama le li na ahar ima tahara elula eftfoma uluna arpeti ulu maraban ululu mahata ululu lamastana. And then her voice rises to a shriek, and there is a cauldron boiling in front of her, and the flames under the cauldron are like unto thine flames, and in the cauldron is the rose of the 49 petals seething in it. Oh, by the way, Anna, we, me and Hummingbird talked about the 49 petal rose. What's it called? Well, I forgot what he said, but me and Hummingbird had like a discussion over the rose of 49 petals. Apparently, that's taken from Rosicrucian doctrine. There's actually a lot of Rosicrucian stuff in the vision and the voice from what I'm like starting to recollect and understand. So yeah. To get the first ether, being a part of our mission. It's part of the Seeker's plan if you're an Enochian for sure. I definitely think like traveling up the ethers is like a huge part of being an Enochian. I would say this, like I said, isn't too coherent of a guide of getting into Enochian though. This isn't too much of a guide of traveling up the ethers. This is modeled after an Enochian system. But really, what this is like I had to like I've said this, but I never really fully encompassed it. Like, this is the book of Allah, right? Hold up. This is the book of Allah, right? If the book of Allah is meant to instate the Aeon of Horus, then the vision and the voice is meant to actualize it. So the vision and the voice is basically, how do I say this? The vision and the voice is basically like the execution. Basically, it's the execution of the plan. So reason why I'm reading it on Enochian Tuesdays is because there is some Enochian stuff in it, and also I need to screen this another. Uh, I don't need to really screen this text too much because I kind of know what's. I don't know everything about it, but I know a little bit about the contents inside of it. I know a good decent amount of it. Darren actually from Toronto Falima hosts readings for the Vision and the Voice in his server. So I've read like I've read up to Ether 22 on my own time, but I've also read Ether 10, I've read Ether 13, I've read Ether 19, 18, Ether number 2, I've read Ether 3, so it's like I've read like parts of this book in like different pieces and parts, but I haven't read it end to end just yet. So yeah, uh, what's it called? Yeah, but we might be reading this next stream, folks. Next, when we finish the Vision and the Voice, when we finish reading the Vision and the Voice, we're gonna read. Oh my lord. We're gonna read this. Hold up. We're gonna be reading this next series on the Enochian Tuesdays. But for now, up until I want to say for the next 6 weeks or so, we're gonna be reading Vision and the Voice. But yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Bet. Sorry to get sidetracked like that, folks. I just wanted to talk about the uh well, I'll explain it. I'll explain it while I'm reading it. How about that? How about that? We're going to oh, this is the wrong page. Okay. And then her voices rise to a shriek, and there's a cauldron boiling in front of her, and the flames under the cauldron are like onto Zion flames, and the cauldron is the rose of 49 petals. So you'll understand something very soon, folks. But the rose represents. So in the Rosicrucianism, the rose on the cross, like on the rose cross, represents the element of spirit, right? So what's brewing up in this cauldron right now is the element of spirit amongst the four elements on the cross, basically. And the 49 ethers. Well, I was gonna mention what the 49 petals. Sorry, the 49 petals on the rose. Well, you'll see what it represents, but I don't want to tell you guys the square root. Just know if you know what the square root of 49 is, then you'll know what I'm getting at with this, basically. Okay, bet. Over the cauldron, she has arched her rainbow wings, and her face is bent over the cauldron, and she is blowing opalescent silvery rings onto the rose. Each ring has, how do I say this? Each ring has it. Each ring has it touches the water, bursts into flames, and the rose takes new colors. And now she lifts her head and raises her hands to heaven and cries, "O mother, will you never have compassion on the children of earth? Was it not enough that the rose should be red with the blood of your heart, and that its petals should be 7 and by 7?" Okay, there it is, guys. So the square root of 49 is 7, meaning that 7 multiplied by itself equals 49. And this is the 27th ether. So 7 to the second power, or 7 2, or 27, you could kind of say to a certain extent, equals to 49. So yeah, a lot of good symmetry in this stuff, folks. A lot of good symmetry. She is weeping, weeping, and the tears grow and fill the whole stone of moons. I can see nothing and hear for the tears, uh, though she keeps on praying. Take up these pearls, treasure them in your heart. Is not the kingdom of the abyss accursed? She points downwards to the cauldron, and now in it there is a head of the most cruel dragon, black and corrupted. I watch and watch, and nothing happens. And now the dragon rises out of the cauldron, very long and slim, and he blots out the whole sphere of the stone. Then suddenly all is gone, and there is nothing in the stone save brilliant with white lights and flecks, like sparks of golden fire, that is a ringing, as if bells were being used for anvils. And there is perfume which I cannot describe. It is like nothing that one can describe, but the suggestion is like lignum aloes, alloys, sorry, or not alloys, aloes, sorry. And now all these things that are there at once in the same place and time. Now a veil of olive and silver is drawn over the stone. Only I hear the voice of an angel receding. Yes, sir, Nova. Very sweet and faint and sorrowful saying, far off and lonely is the secret stone of the unknown, and interpenetrated is the knowledge with the will and the understanding. I am alone, I am lost because I am all in and all. My veil is woven of the green earth and the web of stars. I love and I am denied, for I am denied myself. Give me those hands of those who is not. Give me those hands. Put them against my heart. Is it not cold? Sink, sink. The abyss of time remains. It is not possible that one should come to Za, which is the 27th ether. Give me your face. Let me kiss it with my cold kisses. Fall back from me. The word of the Aeon is mak. Oh, it's not even in English. Uh, mak makashana. Yeah, makashana. Makashana. Okay. The word of the Aeon is makashana, and these words shall you say backwards. Okay. It's not in English. When you will call my burden unto first appearance, for I who am the virgin goddess am the pregnant goddess, I have cast down my burden even onto the borders of the universe. They that blaspheme me are stoned, and my veil is fallen about me even unto the end of time. Now arises a great rage of thousands and thousands of mighty warriors flashing to the ether, so thickly and nothing is to be seen but their swords, which are like blue-gray plumes. And the noise is confused, thousands of battle cries harmonizing to a roar, like the roar of a monstrous river in flood. And all the stone is dull, dull gray, but life is gone from it. There's more to see. Okay. So, like I said, we'll recap. Don't worry, guys. I know some of y'all might be lost in what we're doing. Oh, there's six viewers and five, like 65. But, what's it called? I know some of y'all probably lost on what this entails, and that's fine. I'll read through the comment again. But that was Hecate, basically. So Hecate is the Greek goddess of magic and the moon. So there's a lot of moon imagery there. Uh, and she basically bears a son. She herself goes to a virgin birth and bears a son. And this son basically brings the Aeon to pass. And yeah, it just says in the publication comment, she the herald her function fulfilled withdraws from her mystic veil. Pepperoni, 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 pepperoni. The cry of the 26th ether. Okay, then we got two more now. We got two more now, and then we can sayonara, go home. But yeah, the cry of the 26th ether, which is called DES. There is a very bright pentagram, and now the stone is okay. So now you have the pentagram itself. Okay. There's a very bright pentagram, and now the stone is gone, and the whole heaven is black, and the blackness is the blackness of a mighty angel. And though he is dark, yet is he so bright I cannot look upon him. And he cries, O you spears and vials of poison and sharp woods and whirling thunderbolts that are about the corners of earth, girded in wrath with justice, know that his name is righteousness and beauty. Know you that his name is righteousness and beauty. Really? That's interesting, Nova. Why did that sound Sanskrit? Honestly, that's a good question. It's actually gibberish Enochian. It's not real Enochian. It's like gibberish Enochian, basically. It's not even an actual language. Okay, anyways. Burnt out are your eyes, for that you have seen me in my majesty, and broken are the drumheads of your ears, because my name is as of two mountains of fornication, the breast of a strange woman, and my father is not in them. Lo, the pools of fire and the torment mingle with sulphur. Many are their colors, and the colors is molten gold. But Allah said, is not he one and alone, in whom the brightness of your countenance is as 1,728 petals of fire? Yeah, that's awfully freaking specific, eh? 1,728. That's awfully specific. I'm kind of scared. I wonder if you just said that for the hell of it. Like, yeah, we're just gonna give a random number just to mess with people. But yeah. Also, he spake the curse, folding his. One thing I want to like establish is that one thing that's kind of like, I guess you could say like, how do I say this? One thing that kind of like stands out to me about this specific one is the 17. Like you could read this in many different ways. You can read this in like, yeah, you could read this in many different ways. Uh, which I think is pretty cool. Oh, okay, sorry. I got sidetracked on the numbers. You know how much like numbers like seduce me, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like numbers really be like getting me into like the spirituality stuff. But yeah, sorry. Whenever I see a number, I like to break it down instead of just glossing past it. Some people just like to gloss past the numbers. Anyways, also he spake the curse, folding his wings across and crying, "Is not the son of the enemy of his? Is not the son the enemy of his father? And has not the daughter stolen the warmth of the bed of her mother? Therefore is the great curse irrevocable. Therefore is neither wisdom nor understanding nor knowledge in this house that hangeth upon the edge of hell. You are not four but two, O blasphemy spoken against one." You notice how three is missing from that sequence. Therefore whoso worship you is accursed. He shall be brayed in a mortar and powder thereof to cast to the winds, that the birds of the air uh, may eat thereof and die. And he shall be dissolved in strong acid, and the elixir poured into the sea, that the fishes of the sea may breathe thereof and die. He shall be mingled with. Maybe, Nova, maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. Anyways. And he shall be mingled with dung and spread upon the earth, so that the herbs of the earth may feed thereof and die. And he shall be burnt utterly with fire, and the ashes therefore shall calcine, and the children of flame, that even in hell may be found an overflowing lamentation. And now on the breast of the angel is a golden egg between the blackness of the wings, and the eggs grow and grow all over the ether. And it breaks, and within there is a golden eagle. And he cries, Woe, 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 ohio, ohio, ohio. Yea, woe unto the world. Oh! Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. I think that's not ether number 26, right? Okay. Sorry, I'm geeking right now. That is. I'm just gonna check something real quick, yo. I'm just gonna check something. I'm gonna search up something on my laptop. I just need some. I like confirmation a lot. Eh? I like confirmation a lot. So, yeah. I know the answer to this. I'm just searching it up just because. Searching it up just because. Hmm. Ninth call, 10th call. Woe to the earth. Okay, okay. Okay, nice. Okay, it's all good, Anna. It's okay. All good. All good. But yeah. What's it called? Yeah, so he didn't say WOAH, no, but he said WOE, like woe is me. That type of woe. He said like woe is me pretty much. Or like famous or like Trippie Red song, Blade of Woe. Anyways, oh damn. Okay. Anyways, guys, sorry for if the stream was kind of absent a little bit. Apologize if the stream was a little bit, but yeah. What happened, Anna? Are you talking about your internet? But yeah. The reason why this is important, y'all, like, reason why it's important, hold up, hold up. I'm gonna go back to the call, actually. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, I understand. It's okay. One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay. So, yeah. Sorry, I just got a call back to the Enochian calls on this. So, sorry. For there is no sin and there is no salvation. My plumes are like the waves of gold upon the sea. My eyes are brighter than the sun. My tongue is swifter than the lightning. Yet I am hemmed in the armies of night, singing praises unto him that is smitten by the thunderbolt of the abyss. Is not the sky clear behind the sun? These clouds that burn you up, these rays that scorch the brains of men of blindness, these are heralds before my face of the disillusion and the night. You are all blinded by my glory, and though you treasure in your heart the sacred word that is the last. Yeah, maybe. Sorry. You are all blinded by my glory, and though you treasure in your heart the sacred word that is the last lever of the key to the little door beyond the abyss, yet you gloss and comment thereupon, for the light itself is but illusion. Truth itself is truth itself is but illusion. Yeah, it sounds like something Anna would say. Yeah, these but be the great illusions beyond life and space and time. Let your lips blister with my words. Are they not meteors in your brain? Back from the face of the accursed one. Who am I? Back into the night of my father, into the silence. For all that you deem right is left, forward is backward, upward is downward. I am the great God adored above the holy ones, yet am I the cursed one, child of the elements and not their father. O my mother, will you not have pity upon me? Will you not shield me? For I am naked, I am manifest, I am profane. O my father, will you not withdraw me? I am extended, I am double, I am profane. Woe unto me! These are they that hear not my prayer. It is I have heard all my prayer all the way, but there is none to answer me. Woe unto me, woe unto me! Accursed am I unto the aeons. All this time, his brilliant eagle-headed god has been attacked, seemingly by invisible people, for he is wounded now, and again, here and there, little streams of flesh blood come out of the feathers of his breast, and the smoke of blood is gradually filling the ether with a crimson veil. There's a scroll over the top saying, Ecclesia abhorre a sanguine, and there, I think that means church. And there is another scroll below it in a language of which I do not know the sounds. The meaning is, not as they have understood. The blood is thicker and darker now, and it is becoming clotted and black, so that everything is blotted out because it coagulates, and at the top there steals a dawn of pure night blood. Over stars, the stars are deeply set, and drives the blood down, so that all around the top of the oval, gradually dawns the figure of Our Lady Nui, and beneath her is the flaming winged disc, and below the altar of Rahur Kui, even as it is upon the steel of revealing. But below is the supine figure of Seb, who is concentrated all that clotted blood, and there comes a voice. It is drawn of the Aeon. The Aeon of cursing are passed away, force and fire, strength and sight. These are for the servants of the star and the snake, and I now seem to be lying in the desert exhausted. Okay, so I didn't end up reading the comment for this one, so maybe it was a little bit hard to follow because of that. I apologize, but we'll read the comment again, or anyways, because I always read it at the end of the ether. But okay. So the basically the comment says that this is the death of the past aeon, that of Yahweh and Jesus, ends of and aberration of the new, the vision of the steel of Agafna Kansu, whose discovery brings about in the human consciousness the knowledge of the equinox of the gods. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, we're on the last ether for today, folks. Thank you so much for making my life easier by having us only do 5 ethers for each stream. But yeah, we're gonna finish this ether and then we're gonna call it a night. So yeah. I saw those little party favors. Awesome. Okay, but how y'all enjoying the? Oh, I was supposed to strike the bow after ending at the end of each ether. I guess I didn't want to do it anyways. But yeah, what did y'all think of the stream? It's pretty much we're pretty much gonna wrap it up after this this ether. Like, what do you guys think of the stream? Give me a second. I don't know if I can hear that picking sound. Thanks, Nova. Anyways, we'll get in now into the cry of the 25th ether. Okay, now this time I'll remember to read the freaking comment. How about that? I'll remember to read the comment. Okay, let's go. Appearance of the lion god of Horus, the child of Leo that incarnates him, the first angel of Isis, its mother. Okay, but yeah, no problem. I don't know how much of this y'all are following. I This is good for me though. This is good for me because it gets me to understand a little bit about Philema, I would say. Like it makes me like grasp a lot of like the like I said, like these books, these two books go hand in hand with each other. This, you know what's funny? This is bigger than this, but this explains this. This executes this. This articulates. This articulates this. You know? The Book of Allah is a alright book. But this is like a systematic explanation of why it's so good, basically. Okay, last ether, folks. Last ether for today. For tonight, we're having a lot of fun reading through the vision of voice. Uranus and Taurus, so the highest advantage. May you be blessed in the highest of ideas and resilience. Yeah, Nova, I didn't mean to R bomb you like that, but I did read what you said about what's it called? Uh, fucking that like influencing the Uranus and Taurus, like influencing my writing more. Why would it be Uranus and Taurus and not Uranus and Gemini that does that? Why is Taurus specifically associated with writing? You can answer that while I read the ether. The cry of the 25th ether. There is nothing in the stone but the pale gold of the rosy cross. Now there comes an angel of bright wings that is the angel of the 25th air. And all the air is dark olive about him, like an alexandrite stone. He bears a pitcher or amphora. And now there comes another angel upon a white horse, and yet again another angel upon a black bull. Now there comes a lion that swallows the two latter angel ups. Okay, so angel upon which means angel. Okay, the first angel goes to the lion and closes its mouth, and behind them arrayed a great company of angels with silver spears like a forest. What's it called? And the angel says, "Blow all you trumpets, for I will loose my hands from the mouth of the lion, and his roaring shall enkindle the worlds. When the trumpets blow, and the winds rise, and whistles terribly, it is a blue wind with silver specks, and it blows through the whole ether. But through it one perceives the lion, which has become a raging flame. And he roared in an unknown tongue. But this is the interpretation thereof. Let the star be burnt up in the fire of my nostrils. Let all the gods and the archangels and the angels and spirits that are on earth and above the earth and below the earth and that are all in the heavens and all in the hells, let them be as motes dancing in this beam of my eye." Okay, let me see this. Taurus could be that resilience. You already carry such energy as it is. It's chaotic earth, but Gemini complements it with you, thus the highest ideas. Alright. Solid. I am he that swallows up and the deaf in victory. I have slain the crowned goat and drunk up the great sea. Like the ash of dried leaves, the worlds are blown before me. You have passed by me, and you have not known me. Woe unto you that I have not devoured you altogether. On my head is the crown. 419. Uh, 4. By the way, 4 plus 19 is 23, which is very significant Islamic stuff. So, yeah. What's 4 times 19? If I have a calculator right here, I don't need to freaking do mental math. 76. Okay. And this is what? Ether number 25? Okay, nice. Okay. Oh, 76. Okay, not 75. Okay. 76 subtracted by 25 is 51. Okay. Again, like when I see numbers, I like to play around with them. But yeah, man. Okay. On my head is the crown, 419 rays far darting. Sounds like farting. And my body is the body of the snake, and my soul is the soul of the crown child. Though an angel in white robes leadeth me, who shall ride upon me but the woman of abominations, who is the beast? Am I not one more than he? In his hand is a sword that is a book. In his hand is a spear that is a cup of fornication. Upon his mouth is set the great and terrible field, and he has the secret of 5. His 10 horns spring from west from 5 points, and his 8 heads are as a charioteer of the west. Thus does the fire of the sun temper the spear of Mars, and thus shall he be worshipped. As the warrior lord of the sun, yet in him is the woman that devoureth him with her water all the fire of God. Alas, my lord, you are joined with him, knoweth not these things. When shall the day come that men shall flock this to my gate, and fall into my furious throat a whirlpool of fire? This is hell unquenchable, and all they shall be utterly consumed therein. Therefore is that asbestos unconsumable mad pure. Each of my teeth is a letter of reverberating names. My tongue is a pillar of fire, and from the glands of my mouth arise 4 pillars of water. Tau Tazem is the name by which I am blasphemed. My name you shall not know, lest you pronounce it and pass by. And now the angel comes forth again and closes his mouth. All this time, heavy blows have been raining upon me from invisible angels, so that I am weighed down with a burden greater than the world. I am altogether crushed. Great millstones are hurled out of heaven upon me. And I am trying to crawl to the lion, and the ground is covered with sharp knives. I cut myself at every inch. And the voice comes, why are you there? Why? Sorry. Why are you there who are here? Has you not the sign of the number and the seal of the name and the ring of your eye? You will not. And I answered and said, I am a creature of earth, and you would have me swim. And the voice said, your fear is known, your ignorance is known, your weakness is known, but you are nothing in this matter. Shall the grain which is cast into the earth be hand of the sower debate within itself, saying, am I oats or barley? Bondslave of the curse, we give nothing. We take all, be you content. That which you are, be content. And now the lion passing through the ether, with the crowned beast upon his back, and the tail of the lion goes on instead of stopping. And on each hair of the tail is something as other, something a little house, something a planet, at other times a town. There was a great plain with soldiers fighting upon it, an enormously high mountain carved into 1,000 temples, and more houses, fields, and trees, and great cities with wonderful buildings in them, statues and columns, and public buildings generally. This goes on and on and on. This goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on all the hairs of the lion's tail. There is the tuft of his tail, which is like a contact comet, but the head is a new universe. Each hair streaming away from it is a Milky Way. There is a pale stone figure, enormous, enormous, bigger than the universe. It is in silver armor with a sword and pair of balances. This is only vague, all is gone to stone grey blank. There is nothing. Then there's a comment at the end of this one, in brackets. There were two voices in all this cry, one being behind the other. One was the speech and the other was the meaning. And the voice that was the speech was simply a roaring, a tremendous noise like a mixture of thunder, and a waterfall is like a wild beast that bans the artillery. And yet it was articulate though. I cannot tell you what a single word was, but the meaning of the voice, the second voice, was quite silent, and put the idea directly into the brain of the seer, as if by touch. It was not certain whether the millstones and the sword strokes that rained upon him were not these very sound and ideas. Okay, one thing I'll do one more time is I'll do one more calculation with this. Yo! That's crazy. Yo, that's crazy. So, in this ether, we had the number 419 appear, correct? And I did a lot of like, hold up. Okay. And this is 5 squared, so. Sorry for freaking out like that, folks. But yeah, I just did some calculations with the number 419. Got some pretty good stuff to go with it. So 419, right? That could be read in many different ways. 41 times 9, 4 times 19, 91 times 4, 91 plus 4, which would equal 95. 4 plus 1 plus 9 is 14, which will equal to 5. In Pythagorean gematria, or Pythagorean numerology. So, yeah. That was it, folks. That took us 100 minutes to do. We could have read Libra 65 in the whole time. Not gonna lie, but yeah, that was pretty much the Enochian Tuesdays stream entry number 6. Now to do the outro. Roll call. Who's still in the stream? Akan si Dola. E. 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 The Markiplier meme, bruh. Yeah, but if there's no questions or concerns from the audience, I will leave in about 40 seconds. Yeah, yeah. Any questions or concerns? Any I can just hear Anna saying it in my head right now. No, Kenny, they have no questions. You trying to be fake? I can see dollar. Okay. Well, if y'all are content with the stream, cause I am, this has been Enochian Tuesday stream entry 6. We read, so we're gonna be doing a 6-part series on the channel. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's gonna span from stream entry 6 to 11. What's it called? Next stream will be this Thursday. So, and 2 days from now, we'll be streaming again. We'll be streaming Libra 65. Actually, we'll be streaming Libra 65 next stream. So I hope y'all have a fun. I hope y'all have a blessed day. I hope y'all have a fun time. What's it called? With whatever. Thank you to Nova. Thanks Anna. Thanks Tyrone. Thanks to everybody for joining the stream and being a part of some history. So yeah. I will end the stream in 50 seconds. But the Anjali Mudra. Oh yeah, what do you guys think of the ring? Yeah, the ring. The chrome colored ring. Everything is chrome in the future. Everything is chrome in the future. She trying to be a saint. I can see the line. Google foam. Yo, the typos are taking you over today, Nova. The typos are taking you over today. Hey! 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds. Hey, see all my Discord friends, see y'all on Discord, okay? Peace, love.